Juice, where we spill the gist fresh, hot, juicy, and completely unfiltered. Today's story is not just about a comeback, not just about chart rankings, not just about brand deals or fan meetings. Today, we are talking about something bigger, something every idol dreams of, but only a few ever achieve. We are talking about the moment an artist stops being just an entertainer and becomes a cultural icon. And when fans started calling this star final level, they were not exaggerating. In the world of K-pop, success usually follows a familiar path. First, you debut. Then you fight for attention. Then you build a fandom. Then maybe you get a hit song. Then maybe you become popular in Korea. Then maybe you go global. But cultural icon status? That is a completely different level. That is the level where even people who don't listen to K-pop know your name. The level where brands don't just hire you for promotion. They build campaigns around your image. The level where your fashion, your hairstyle, your phrases, and even your airport outfits start trends. That is not just popularity. That is influence. When we look at idols who reach this level, names like G-Dragon IU and BTS members like Jungkook often come up in conversations. These are artists whose impact goes beyond music charts. They influence fashion, language, tourism, beauty standards, and even global perception of Korean culture. But becoming a cultural icon doesn't happen overnight. It usually happens after years of pressure, criticism, competition, and constant public attention. Many idols become popular, but very few become symbols. A cultural icon represents an era. When people look back at a certain period in K-pop history, their face is one of the first things that comes to mind. One major sign that an artist has reached this level is brand power. Not just brand deals, but brand influence. When an idol wears something and it sells out immediately, that is influence. When a hairstyle becomes a trend because of one Instagram post, that is influence. When a drama becomes popular internationally because of the casting, that is influence. This is why companies compete so hard to sign top idols as ambassadors. For example, luxury brands like Chanel, Dior, and Louis Vuitton often choose idols who already have cultural influence, not just popularity. Another sign is public recognition beyond fandoms. When the general public, older generations, and even people outside the K-pop community recognize and respect the artist, that is when the title cultural icon starts appearing. At that point, the artist is no longer just performing for fans. They are representing a culture, a generation, or even a country's entertainment industry globally. There is also the media factor. Once media outlets start using words like icon, legend, global star, and trend leader, it means the industry itself recognizes that this artist has moved to another level. Fans calling their idol legendary is normal, but when journalists, critics, and industry professionals start saying it too, that is when things become serious. Let's also talk about influence on younger idols. When rookies say, "This artist inspired me to become a singer," that is another sign of icon status. Cultural icons don't just entertain fans, they inspire the next generation of artists. Their style, performance, and career path become a blueprint for newcomers. Another important factor is longevity. Many idols have 1 or 2 hot years, then disappear from the spotlight. Cultural icons stay relevant for many years. Even when they are not promoting music, people still talk about them. Their old songs still chart, their old dramas still trend, their name still appears in news headlines. That kind of staying power is extremely rare in the fast-moving K-pop industry. What makes this final level title interesting is that it usually comes from the public, not the company. Fans, journalists, and netizens start using these titles when they feel an artist has transcended the normal idol image. At that point, the artist is not just competing with other idols anymore. They are in their own category. And reaching this level also changes how people see the artist. Mistakes become bigger news. Achievements become national headlines. Military enlistment, comebacks, dating news, fashion appearances, everything becomes major news because the person is no longer just a celebrity. They are a public figure with cultural influence. But there is also pressure at this level. Being a cultural icon means people expect perfection. Every appearance, every speech, every performance gets analyzed. The pressure is enormous. That's why many artists say the higher you go, the lonelier it gets. Because at the top level, there are very few people who truly understand your position. Still, many idols dream of reaching this level because it means your career has gone beyond music shows and album sales. It means you have made a mark in history. Years later, new fans will still discover your music. New idols will still mention your name as inspiration. And people will remember not just your songs, but your impact. So when fans say an idol has reached final level, cultural icon status, what they really mean is this. This artist is no longer just part of the K-pop industry. This artist is part of cultural history. And that's the level every idol wants, but only a few ever reach. That's all for today on K-pop and Juice, where we keep it fresh, hot, juicy, and unfiltered. See you in the next gist.